Indeed, good afternoon to you all. Welcome to KTN Business Today. My name is Peter Akaba, and this is your 1 hour of news, views, and analysis coming to you from here in the capital city, Nairobi, and from right across the world. Today, as usual, we have a packed show for you, a really exciting show that will bring you updates on matters technology, matters agriculture, matters business, and of course, bring you up to speed on news that are making headlines right across the world. Today on the show, we have an update on the just recently introduced in Kenya the Ford Mustang, something that Kenyans have been looking forward to, the right-hand drive version in Nairobi. And later on in the show, we will be discussing sustainable business practices. Just how can you conduct business in a way that ensures that you have something set aside for the future generations. That in studio later on in an interview we'll have in studio Karen Boomsma. She is the Kenya coordinator for sustainable inclusive business, and Sally Wakigu from Mara Farm just here to tell us what exactly we can do to ensure that business is done in sustainable fashion. Of course, we as usual start off with our Twitter poll question, and today we are asking you, what is needed to drive a sustainable inclusive business in Kenya? Again, we are asking what is needed to drive sustainable inclusive business in Kenya today. Do reach out to us. We have given you a choice of four different choices. We are asking A, innovation, B, the need to do good, and C, continuity, and D, political will. Do, of course, pick out an answer and reach out to us. Give us a short comment. We will, of course, sample that as the show does. We're on. Now to the highlights of the day. Over 1 billion shillings needed to refurbish the Mombasa oil refinery as Kenya gears up for oil exports in 2017. And the Ford Mustang makes a luxurious entry into Kenya, targeting high-end buyers. Plus, a new World Bank report shows 2 decades deep in Africa's growth. That, of course, and much more over the next 1 hour. Now, to start us off, Kenya will spend between 1.1 and 1.5 billion shillings to fully retrofit the Mombasa oil refinery to enable it handle Kenyan crude for export. Now, according to the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum, work is already underway at the refinery, and that the retrofit would include the installation of a separator at the plant, apart from configuring it to be able to receive oil from trucks. The ministry further adds that early oil would travel a 3-day journey from the wellhead in Lokichar, a journey that should see Kenya become an oil exporter by June the year 2017. Kenyan oil needs to sell for about $40 to $50 per barrel for the joint venture between the government of Kenya and its private sector partners to break even.
Kenha, building the road, money has been disbursed for this A1 highway, and the crews are already there, they're mobilized, and we should start the work anytime now. The Kainuk Bridge, I know, has been a sore point for the people living in that area, and it's in the process of being rehabilitated. Power infrastructure, there is a 66 kV line going to Lokichar, along with high voltage lines in places like Loyangelani, 400 kV.
That, of course, being the PS in the State Department of Petroleum under the Ministry of Energy. His name is Andrew Kamau. Now, moving on, Kenya has been elected into 3 key positions in a top UN agency dealing with postal services. Kenya's Ambassador Bishar Hussein has been re-elected as the Director General of the Universal Postal Union, UPU, for a further 4-year term. The country was also elected as a member of the UPU Council of Administration and the Postal Operations Council at elections held at the ongoing 26th UPU Congress in Istanbul in Turkey. The Congress is the top decision-making organ of the UPU and is held after every 4 years. The Council of Administration, on the other hand, ensures the continuity of UPU's work between Congress and consists of 41 member countries. The Postal Operations Council is the technical and operational mind of the UPU and consists of 40 member countries, also elected during the Congress. Now to a story that, of course, will bring a smile to those who like their tipple. Sorghum farmers have been handed a lifeline with clarity on keg taxation. This follows the government's clarification that tax remission on keg beer is still in place after the gazettement of the Finance Act of the year 2016. The government, through the Treasury, clarified that keg beer's tax remission was initially covered in two pieces of law, that is the Alcohol Drinks Control Act and the Excise Duty Act, ADCA, explaining that the gazettement simply sought to align the provision, wholly covering it in the latter. The news provides a huge relief for 30,000 sorghum farmers, expecting to earn about 950 million shillings this year, supplying East Africa breweries with a crop. Sorghum production took an upward trajectory last year following the granting of permission on beer local material-based beer in the 2014-2015 budget. And now to some technology news where after a global launch of the latest series, the Tecno Phantom launch, Chinese phone manufacturer Tecno today unveiled the Phantom 6 and 6 Plus, making Kenya the first African country to launch the devices. Now, the Phantom 6 is the company's flagship smartphone targeting the median market across Africa and the Middle East. Tecno regional directors say that the devices have high performance, wide-angle cameras, and high-speed 4G internet, among other functionalities. The Phantom 6 also gives users the capability to unlock the phone through biometric eye pattern recognition.
Okay, 2 more minutes. I give you 1 minute, 30 seconds to read. 1 minute is of internet. That is just charging for 10.
Tecno's partnership with Safaricom has seen our devices lead sales, taking pole position in Safaricom shops and Safaricom dealer outlets. It is Tecno's aim and desire to continue supporting Safaricom in meeting its strategic objective of spearheading the penetration of 3G and 4G enabled smartphones in Kenya.
The message from government is to encourage the mobile phone companies to go down to the lower part of the society with good pricing and better technology so that we can enjoy the 4Gs of this world.
The Phantom Tecno 6 retailing at about 26,000 shillings, of course, expected to open up quite a new arena of competition with the other two large phone manufacturers right across the world. Of course, the other two being Oppo and Huawei. Now, moving on, petrol heads have something to smile about after the official launch of the much-awaited Ford Mustang in Kenya. The car, which comes in two main engine variations, that is a 2.3 EcoBoost and the 5.0 muscle car monster, is expected to turn heads everywhere. And as Ashley Mazuri now reports, Kenya's motoring sector seems to be attracting more marquees than ever before.
Arguably, the Mustang is Ford's most revered and recognizable nameplate and has been an automotive icon for years since its launch in 1964, followed by more than 50 years of continuous production and over 9 million cars sold to fans around the world. And now Kenya has a chance to experience the luxurious thrill that comes with driving a Ford Mustang following the commencement of right-hand drive production for the first time at the Flat Rock Assembly Plant in Michigan. With little growth in the mature markets, automakers are looking to tap into emerging African markets, but there is plenty of competition on the continent for where they might invest. As for Kenya, the sector seems to be booming. Not too long ago, during the biennial Total Motor Show in Kenya, we got a sneak peek of the much-anticipated Chevrolet Camaro, which is yet to go into right-hand drive production. other segments are booming too. On Tuesday this week, Simba Corporation unveiled the new off-road superior and enhanced Pajero Sport that comes with luxury features such as an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Just months before, Toyota Kenya unveiled a new generation of SUVs, including the Fortuner, which goes head-to-head with the Pajero Sport in the market. Things may just be getting better for the industry as car dealers General Motors East Africa and local partners recently launched RISE East Africa's upgraded services center in Mombasa, which is in line with GM's commitment to work closely with all its dealers to improve their outlets in order to provide customers with exceptional services. When complete, the 55,000-foot square state-of-the-art facility and experimental center built around the showroom concept will boast a 4x4 test track challenge to be used to train drivers and owners of new 4x4 flagship models. Ashley Mazuri, KTN News.